They warned him never to go near Kızılkayalar after midnight. The winds there don't blow, they whisper. The trees don't sway, they lean in to listen. But he didn't believe in old village superstitions. At night, his live stream came online. Not from his hands, not from his voice. He had already been dead for hours. What the viewers saw was something else. Kneeling in the mist, eyes wide open, a spiral carved into the cedar behind him. And from his mic, not screams, whispers. Hundreds of them, speaking in a language older than death itself. Welcome to Kızılkayalar, the village that vanished but never truly emptied. Once you hear them, they never stop. You heard us now.
There was once a Yörük village, Kızılkayalar, remote, self-sufficient, forgotten by the outside world. Until it wasn't. Sometime in the early 20th century, the families left, or disappeared. Their homes were abandoned mid-meal, laundry half-dried, lamps still full of oil. No records, no explanations, no bodies. Only one structure remained intact, the Whispering Circle. A ring of upright stones with no known origin, unmarked, but humming beneath the wind.
In the summer of 2001, Emre Yılmaz, a folklore researcher from Ankara University, arrived to investigate the myths. Locals in nearby towns refused to speak of Kızılkayalar after dark. They muttered of voices in the trees, shadows that followed in daylight, and things older than Islam, older than men. Still, Emre pressed on, notebooks in hand, camera gear on his back. He set up camp near the collapsed village mosque. His only companion, the wind, and what hid behind it.
Görüyorsun, you see me.
The first night. That night, Emre lit a fire and recorded field notes, but the camera picked up more than his voice. Faint murmurs began beneath the flames. Not in Turkish, not in any human tongue. The flames flickered against the wind. As he tried to sleep, the noises grew louder, a cacophony of whispers, pleading, mocking, warning. Then, silence. Dead, empty silence. Even the insects vanished. Something scraped across the rocks just outside his tent. Not footsteps, but dragging. The Circle, 3:09 a.m. Unable to ignore the pull, Emre approached the Whispering Circle with only a flashlight and audio recorder. The temperature dropped, breath visible. Time felt slower. As he stepped between the stones, the air thickened, like walking through water. The center of the circle was unnaturally clean. No leaves, no insects, no growth. In the middle, a flat, black rock, smoothed by centuries, etched with 7 notches and a spiral. He placed the recorder down, then leaned in.
Now you've heard us.
The breaking point. The camera dropped. Footage continued. Emre ran. He crashed through brush, branches tearing his arms. But the shadows moved faster. They darted between trees, not shapes, absences of light. They didn't walk, they flowed. Screams echoed, not from his throat, but from around him. Other voices, past victims.
You will stay.
The morning. He was found by a shepherd 3 kilometers east, kneeling before a cedar tree. Eyes bloodshot, face sunburnt despite the night. A spiral, freshly gouged into the bark above his head. He could no longer speak, not from trauma. His tongue was intact. His mind wasn't. Doctors diagnosed him as catatonic. But hours later, he began to murmur, not in Turkish, not in anything known. The audio was later studied. One linguist identified traces of ancient Luwian, a language extinct for over 3,000 years.
The others who followed. After Emre, 3 more researchers visited Kızılkayalar. None returned unscathed. One vanished. His gear was found beside the circle, lens cracked, backpack slashed, audio recorder melted into stone. One was discovered wandering naked through the woods near Silefke. Her eyes bleeding, her arms covered in spirals, scratched by her own nails. The last one, a documentarian from Germany, was found in a dried-up well, smiling. The walls inside the well were covered in soot-black handprints, far too many for one person. Some too small. We were here before you. We are here still.
A Digital Awakening 2023. Then came the live stream. A horror influencer known as Night Circuit visited the site chasing views. He mocked the stories. He brought gadgets, EMF readers, night vision, a drone. At 2:43 a.m., the stream cut out, replaced by static. But thousands of viewers reported a brief image before the crash. A dark figure standing in the circle, head tilted, arms outstretched, mouth open, but no sound.
The circle today.
No one officially maintains Kızılkayalar. The trail is unmarked. The GPS signal weakens near the ridge. Maps blur at the coordinates. Locals won't guide you. But sometimes, a tent appears among the ruins. A camera. A campfire. Always the same. By morning, no fire, no tent, no person. Only spirals. Always fresh. Always 7 marks around them.
Stay with us. They say the village is still empty, but that's a lie. The stones remain, the spirals return, and the wind still carries voices not meant for the living. Not all who visit vanish. Some come back, but they don't speak. They only listen. And if you ever hear someone whispering your name in the dark, in a voice that sounds almost like your own, don't answer. Because once you do, you become part of the circle. If this story chilled you to the bone, you're not alone. Thousands have heard the whispers of Kızılkayalar, but only a few dared to listen until the end. Subscribe to explore more haunted places, forbidden rituals, and real jinn encounters across Turkey's forgotten lands. Don't miss what's coming next, because some stories only reveal themselves after dark. Turn on notifications, join the Mr. NightSong circle, and remember, not every whisper is meant to be ignored.